This is Reviewing Random Albums Part 3, and today we're going to be talking about f.e.a.r. by Stand Atlantic. Before we get started, just want to quickly say thanks to Mute Frank Official on Instagram for requesting this album. If you have an album you want me to review, please put it in the comments below. Here are the rules. Also, by the time this video is released, I will have probably also posted my long-delayed Best Albums of 2025 video to YouTube. It's a video I've been working on since last year, and the guy that sent this album in, Mute Frank, is actually on that list. So make sure you check out that video and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more. Anyway, so, Stand Atlantic. Stand Atlantic are a pop-punk band from Australia that I've heard of briefly because of people like ARTV, but I never really checked out until I started making this review. And honestly, just going off what I heard here, I don't think I'm really a fan. This band's whole thing seems to be that they mix emo and pop-punk with like hyperpop and trap and electronic stuff. And honestly, this is just a sound that I have never really cared for. This isn't as bad as some other albums that mix pop-punk and electronic stuff. Like, it's not as bad as Mania by Fall Out Boy or Gossip by Sleeping with Sirens, but it's still not great in my opinion. Like those albums I just mentioned, it feels way too polished and watered down. Like, modern pop-punk is already one of the most commercial and one of the most radio-friendly subgenres of rock. Throwing in all these trendy electronic elements, it just makes the album feel a bit soulless. It's like the band wrote a fairly average, fairly generic, regular pop-punk album, but then didn't think it would sell well enough, so they sloppily threw in a bunch of electronic elements. The album might have come from a genuine place of inspiration, but it doesn't really sound like it to me. And look, I'm not one of those people that just hates all pop-punk. In fact, some of my favorite bands and artists of all time are in the pop-punk scene. But this album just feels so polished, so fake sounding, like they didn't think the songs had enough power, so they just shoved as many instruments and as many sounds as possible into each song. It's honestly just a bit of a headache, and it's an album I don't really see myself returning to anytime soon. I've heard worse albums for sure, but I think I'm gonna put this one in D tier.